Hi, welcome to Christy's Stampin' Spot. Let's get to it. So I've been visibly stamping. I've been trying to do another card on a new card every day on my blog. So I've been doing a bunch of cards. I love this Sunny So Saffron. Here's one that I did with the Garden Impressions DSP. I was really enjoying playing with that. And then today on my blog I have this the Gorgeous Country floral, the embossing folder that you can get. I really love it. It's such a simple, elegant card, but it's so cute. Hi, Wendy. Yeah, and then again, this is the Swirls and Curls. I don't know if you guys know, you can still get quite a few of the holiday stuff. Oh, there's a little bit of a glare there. The holiday catalog carryovers. You can find those on the tab on the side under holiday favorites that are still available. And the Swirls and Curls embossing folder is one of them. So anyway, we have we had a third set of stuff, celebration items drop. You can now get the painted Seasons designing paper, which is actually what we're going to use today. We're going to use this DSP today. The Share What You Love embellishment kit, the scattered sequins, dynamic texture imposter folder. That's something else you can get. The mini pizza boxes, pearlized doilies. I think you get 2 of those, which is pretty awesome. 2 of the Rich Valsberry ribbons, also the Petal Pomade Designer Series paper, and the Delightly Detailed Laser Cut Specialty paper. Those are all items that you can now choose for celebration, so that's pretty awesome, as well as all the other awesomeness, which is that $100 level 2, the Painted Seasons bundle, which is this gorgeous stamp set that comes with that DSP, and then the $50 level 1, the Country Floral, which I love. That is one of my favorite embossing folders, and then this lovely all adorned stamp set. And then great news, the Organdy ribbon here in the United States, the Organdy ribbon combo pack is back in is back in stock, so we can order that. You can earn it with a $50 order, and we're actually going to use some of the Grapefruit Grove today. Unfortunately, our butterfly elements and the lovely foil, I love that foil, is still out, and they're not going to be back. But all of our wonderful stamp sets are still available, and of course, now that we're into March, you can get the framelits that match. That's right. So when you get the Painted Season, now you can purchase the 4 Seasons framelits that match. If you love these frogs, which I absolutely love these frogs, you can get the Hoppy Around framelits, and these actually sold out. And what is this, the 4th? It's already sold out in Europe. They're supposed to be getting a few more in, but oh my goodness. So this stuff goes by fast. They have those frogs, adorable, and they have framelits. And then of course the Hello Cupcake, which is fabulous. They have the Call Me Cupcake dies. And then the gorgeous Lasting Lily. This is really a gorgeous set and really great sentiments. And now you can use you can get the framelits, and it has these really great label framelits that you can cut out for your sentiments, which are really awesome. I think I used those last time. And then of course this fabulous More Than Words, which I used with the birthday wishes when I made that really quick birthday card with just the ink and the DSP. Isn't that awesome? So this is a really great coordinating word set. So all that stuff is available right now in my online store, again, while supplies last. So if you haven't earned some of these celebration items that you want, get them while you can, because it's going to be awesome. So there we go. They go quick. They go so quick. So quick. Anyway, let's see. My thing trapped out. Okay, I told you about that. We don't need my catalogs. Ooh. So this is the paper we're going to use today, and I absolutely love this. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And of course it has these lovely patterns on the back. And oh my gosh, one of my Gilmer teammates, that's my Uplines team, she used the fox. I think I've seen a couple people use fox. I'm totally going to get that set out to use with this mushrooms. Isn't that awesome? Oh, and there's the succulents. I still have to play with my March paper pumpkin kit. I think I see some cross there between our February kit and paper pumpkin kit in this lovely succulents paper. And then this is the gorgeous pine cones that you can use with for Christmas or winter, which is awesome. But we're going to use this paper today, which I love. And one of the things I love about our DSP is you can make a quick, gorgeous card, and even without the big shot. I mean, I love the big shot, right? I think our embossing folders also make awesome, quick, great cards. But you can do similar effects with just this with the gorgeous DSP. And of course, I'm going to still use a piece I still have. So I actually took our butterfly punch, and like I said, these will be back in stock because they're going to be in the next catalog. So if you haven't earned this paper because you're waiting for this punch, don't wait for the punch. Get the paper. I'm actually going to use one of these black and white butterflies again today because I love them. I cut them all out and they are so pretty. So I'm going to color one today to match this gorgeous paper. So, but I love this. This is the butterfly botanical paper. You can earn it with it's a level 1 $50 purchase that you can select in the celebrations. It is just gorgeous paper, absolutely gorgeous. I love it. So pretty, so pretty. Okay, let's see here. Okay, well, let's get crafting. So today I decided to use the Petal Pink, and when you choose your paper colors, I always like to look at on the back. It says, you know, this designer series paper. It has Call Me Clover, Crumb Cake, Early Espresso, Grapefruit Grove, Lemon Lime Twist, Mango Melody, Petal Pink, Pool Party, Poppy Parade, Pumpkin Pie, and Whisper White. So there's a lot of different colors that coordinate with this fabulous pack of paper. So when I'm looking for a kind of color, something different, I don't use Petal Pink as often. I think I've mentioned before that I absolutely loved the pink Pirouette paper, but I'm really warming up to this peaches. It's kind of a peachier Petal Pink. I'm liking it. So so today, instead of cutting it this way at 5.5, I'm starting to really enjoy these longer cards where it is still an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, and I've cut it at 4 1/4 and then score and fold at 5.5. So, and then I made a nice, this is my inside piece for later. Okay, so then I'm going to layer it with Poppy Parade, which I have not used that often. A lot of people got to use it. We had some really great Santa elves during the holiday catalog that used this instead of like real red or the what is that? Oh my goodness, the cherry cobbler. And but I had not really gotten a chance to use it. Man, it looks really pretty, doesn't it? Look really pretty against that Petal Pink. And then here's a piece of this gorgeous. So I did the layer of the Poppy Parade at 5 3/8 by 4 1/8, and then I cut the DSP, Paint to Season DSP, at 5 1/4 by 4. I really like cutting my DSP in lengths of 4 because I really love the Round Away 4-inch cards, and I'll probably be making some more of those. I love those where you can see both sides of the DSP, and so I rarely cut all mine up. I love the Love It Chop It. Kylie Buttachucci has a Love It Chop It, and if you guys have like DSP you don't use, you should totally check it out. It's a great Facebook page, but they like to cut it down to like 6 by 6 or smaller. But I love that 4 1/4, so it's actually you use the whole 12 by 12 sheet, and then you cut it at 4, so it's 4 by 12, and fold it, which I love. So I haven't cut all my DSP down because I never can tell which one I want to do, but I have been much better at using my DSP since joining that group. Such great tips. But anyway, oh my gosh, isn't that gorgeous? I really love how that just is springy, almost like in the summer. I'm ready for the cold weather to be over. How about you guys? You guys ready for the cold weather to be over? And then I am, of course, loving our story label punch. So I don't know if you guys have gotten this. This is a part of our celebration coordination. I love this punch. Isn't that awesome? I have been using it on all my products. It has a really my projects. It has this really great, like worked really well with the label framelits that we used last week from the Lily framelits. But oh, I just love the story, and again, I love to cut it and just and then build it with the same shape. So we're going to use this again today, and we're going to use the part of my story, which is one of the Sale-A-Bration sets. This is really cute. Let's get together and giggle. The world needs more people like you. I really love this. Know that you are a friend. Know that today a friend is thinking of you. That is just a great sentiment that you can just put on any card and send to your friend without having to have any real reason. It's such a lovely sentiment. I just love it. And it has this little heart, which I totally am going to get out the Wink of Stella to put it on there because I just love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so let's go. I've already got my stuff cut out. And again, these are cling stamps. Now, if you remember, when you use the cling, it's really sticky. So you want to, when you place them on, you make sure you lift from the edges. You don't pull up. You don't pull up. You lift from the edges. So you don't, get that on there good. So you don't rip your foam, which you totally don't want to rip your foam. So I'm going to use some of the Poppy Parade today on Whisper White. I'm going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment. And of course, remember when you're stamping your sentiment to make sure you leave enough space around where you stamp. Don't try to be too efficient and get it too low, because then you can't stamp it out with punch it out with your punch. Make sure it was a little juicy. I don't want to smear it. Let me go ahead and pop it in. And of course, I always use my punches this way so you can see the sentiment. It just pops right out there. Isn't that awesome? And then I'm going to punch another piece of the Poppy Parade and some of the Petal Pink. So this is a super simple and quick, and I love these measurements. Of course, I'll have them on my blog later. But this is a great, whether or not you're going to use an embossed piece or a piece of DSP, this is a quick and easy but lovely card design that's super easy and quick, but fabulous. It looks so awesome. So I'm just going to use my paper snips, and I'm going to cut these in half. I had done extra in case somehow I lost it. I didn't. So there we go, I cut it. So isn't that pretty? Look how lovely that looks. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start gluing my sentiment together. I have really gotten better at using my glue. I don't even seem to get out my silicone mat anymore. Okay, so I want to do the Petal Pink first. I do like to use the glue, especially when I'm doing this, because it gives me a little bit of extra time to line it up the way I want it to. There's not on this punch, there's not like a lot of extra when you layer it like this. But it just gives you a little bit of an edge, just so nice. Just want to make sure it's the same amount on each side and the same as over here on this side. There we go. Now let me add the petal. Then this is the Poppy Parade. Wow, I'm really having trouble with that. I definitely don't use it enough, because I have a hard time even saying the name. But it's pretty. I'm surprised. It's a very summery red. It's really pretty. Okay, it looks really great with this Petal Pink. You guys hear my daughter tinking away on her tea? Yeah, she loves her tea. Like, you have to be quiet, I'm going live. There we go. Isn't that pretty? I just love the way that lines up. Isn't that lovely? Okay, now let's go ahead and I'm going to glue down, actually, let's see. I'm going to use our lovely ribbon that's now back in stock. This is the Grapefruit Grove. Is that organdy ribbon? Isn't that pretty? And let's see. Do I want to have the ribbon? Oops, I swapped it. Pardon me. Do I want it to go around both? Do I want it to go around? I think I just want it to go around this one. Okay. So I can go ahead and glue this down. I'm just going to have the ribbon go around that side. Glue that on there. Oh, that really does look pretty, doesn't it? Okay, so then for this, you can use your snail or glue dots. I usually use a little bit of snail just to hold my edges down, mostly because again I can pull it back up and it's not too, I think I want it more in the middle. Let's see. What do you guys think? Our ribbon, I think I want my ribbon right here. So it's not exactly in the middle, it's a little bit lower than the middle, but not as low as I was having it earlier. Yeah. Oh yeah, I like that. Muy bien. Okay. And then I'll add some snail and then some glue. And I'm probably gonna, this is one of the ones I want to mail. So if I wasn't gonna mail this, I was just gonna hand it, I'd probably put this up on dimensionals. Although this lovely organdy ribbon, one of the fun things about this organdy ribbon, just got that in my glue, is that it's thin, so it actually goes really nice. When you have a really thick ribbon, you really need to put it up on Stampin' Dimensionals. But with this thin ribbon, you don't have to. But I like it so it lays a little flat, which is nice. Look at that. I put my hand right in this glue. Luckily, it didn't get on this side, just on that side. We're going to glue that down so it won't matter. Okay, muy bien. Okay, but I do want some dimensionals on this. Go. Love the dimensionals. Just like that. We'll just put it right there. Just like that. I don't need my glue since I'm getting myself all over it. Okay, now that I've built that, I also want to make a ribbon. So I'm not that awesome at ribbons, so I have an extra one like waiting in the wings in case somehow I can't figure it out. This is really pretty ribbon though. So definitely if you want it, to get it as soon as you can, because it'll probably go quick. Okay, let's see. I didn't like the way that looked. Let's have tricks for your ribbons. That's one of the things I am. There we go. I got it finally. You have to hold your tongue just right, or at least I do, to make it work. Okay, and then snip it off. Make it go that way, the tail. Maybe in. Okay, so I don't know where I want my ribbon to go. I'm going to color my butterfly first. So this is the one that I had colored first. And I have, here it is. So I actually have like a full-on bag of them. I cut out the whole sheet so that I could just grab them and use them as I want, which is fabulous. So I'm going to go ahead and, oops, I just dropped my ink on the ground. Let me move that out of the way. Sorry if you saw my head there. Okay, so I grabbed the some coordinating, these are the coordinating blends. Remember, you always need to use your blends against another surface because they do bleed through. So I want to make this match. So I'll move that over there. Let's have some more room. Okay, so I'm going to use the bullet point of the dark. This is the dark poppy Parade. and just do my dots. Pretty, so pretty. I love to color. It's very de-stressing for me. Okay, then I'm just going to add just a little bit of the dark to the inside of the body of the wings, just like that, just a little bit. And then I'm going to take the light Poppy Parade, and on this time I'm going to use the brush end. And I'm just going to color it just a little bit so it kind of blends, so it overlaps a little bit with the dark, just a little bit. Okay, so I want to make it a little uneven, not nearly as square as I had on the other one. Okay, and then I'm going to take the pumpkin pie. I know, right? Pumpkin pie, but that's one of the colors that's in our paper. So I'm going to use a dark pumpkin pie, and I'm just going to add a little bit. And I find that it looks better when you blend if you don't do a straight line. So I do like the brush end. Just don't do a straight line. Do it so it's a little bit raggedy, jaggedy edges. It looks like it blends better. And then I'm going to use the dark Petal Pink. And that one I'm going to use, I'm just going to go like that. So I'm leaving this, just this tip right here, open on that side. Petal Pink's just a little bit of the white. And then just for that little bit I'm going to use the bullet point for the light Petal Pink. It's not a lot. Just lightens it just a little bit, yeah? Okay. Then let's see, just use the light to go back over, or the dark, I'm sorry, this is the dark Petal Pink, which is just the lighter color. And just to make sure it blends out really nice. There we go. Isn't that pretty? And then you can bend it, but you see how it blends through when you make it really heavy. It definitely blends through. And then these are really nice. So it bends right there where they're. You can also use your bone folder, and you just lightly on their wings from behind, just sweep it behind it and your thumb. And it kind of gives it a nice, not pretty, but also, so now it goes, when the wings are down like that, so it is up a little bit, it won't necessarily catch as much, so it won't be as fluffy in the card, in the envelope when you put it in, so that it doesn't catch as bad, which isn't awesome. You don't want it to catch too bad. Okay, and then I need to get my little bit of Wink of Stella. I need to order some more Wink of Stella because I'm almost out. And I'm just going to add a little bit to his wings. Pretty, pretty. I just love Wink of Stella. I love adding it to everything. And then I'm going to add it to my little heart right there for a little bit of sparkle. Okay, now I have my bow. Oh wait, this is my other bow. That's my spare bow. What did I do with my real bow? Can you see it on my space? I make such a mess. Oh, here it is. I dropped it. And the best thing for bows, I find, is using the glue dots. So I'm actually going to use a piece of, I think I'm going to use glue dots. I keep changing my mind whether I want to use Stampin' Dimensionals or glue dots, but I'm going to use the glue dots. So just make sure that your it's dry when you put it on there. Sometimes the if you put the glue dots in your on top of the blends, if it's still really damp, from when you were blending, because you put in so much ink, then the glue dots don't stick as well. As long as it's dry, and it's dry to the touch, it's fine. I got a little bit too carried away with that. Okay, so I want to put it just like this, because I plan on putting this one in the mail, so I don't want it to be too full and top heavy. And then, oh, I just love it when it's right there. Okay, and then use the glue dots to put your bow on. Oops, I'm having trouble getting my glue dots on my ribbon today. Look at that, I just messed up my bow. My glue dot. Don't do that. It's funny. I did this the other day too. You're trying not to. I was not holding my finger, my tongue perfect. Okay. And now it looks like it's too long on this side. Okay, there we go. So I'll just stick that down. Just like that. What do you guys think? Pretty? And super simple. Like, that is super simple. Super simple. I love it. I just really like the story punch. It's really great. I'm going to be sad if it doesn't stay to the next catalog. I'll be just using the pretty label punch, which is, it is similar to that, except it has this cute little notch on each side, which is nice. Then fits and stuff. What do you guys think? Isn't that pretty? I just love it. Okay, and then don't forget to add in your move my glue dots out of the way. Don't forget to put in a white piece. I bet you I clipped the wrong one, didn't I? Yep. So what you need is a piece that is, yeah. So I usually do 3 3/8. You guys like my Avengers ruler? 3 3/8 by 5 1/8 is usually what I do. Yeah, 5 1/8. So this is actually when I was supposed to cut my label out, which I totally then grabbed the wrong piece. So let me grab my trimmer. I hate to use I'm always afraid that I'm gonna like knock everything to the ground. So I usually do it's 3 3/8 or 3 7/8, and then 5 1/8. And that works really, and that's pretty much how I always do it on the inside of, see, that fits really nice. So it gives you a nice space, but a nice edge around, which I really like. And then I actually went ahead and cut up a couple strips of this gorgeous DSP. I was going to just put on here. I think I don't want it to be that long, so I'm actually going to snip it a little shorter. I just like all the colors, right? And the color's pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and add this to the inside. So get a little bit of glue going. Not too much glue. I'll add it to the bottom of this piece. Oh, you can hear my husband is just coming home. Oh no, actually it's my son coming home from college. Okay, and then I'll add some glue to the back of this. Add this in. Doo-doo-doo. Pretty. I love it, I love it. Okay, and then add just a little bit glue to the back of this one. There we go. Muy bien. So now I've got it. So now I have a pretty card. Hi, Nubby. Pretty card, and it's not too high. You can see it's just a one-dimensional high, so it should go pretty good in my mail. And it's a know that today a friend is thinking of you. I just love these little butterflies. It goes so well with all of our papers. And this paper is so pretty. I hate to like put anything else on top of it because it's so gorgeous. I love to showcase the paper. And it looks great on this lovely Petal Pink. So don't forget to put your white in. And like I said, I usually use, it's 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. Here's like my little Avengers. I know on Thursday we'll get to see the first show for the new Captain Marvel. Very excited. It's going to be fabulous. The next month it's Avengers Endgame, which I'm going to be so sad. I'm a huge Captain America fan. So anyway, there we go. So that's today's card. I hope you guys liked it. Make sure you finish the back. It's super cute and quick, which is awesome. I have a new code for March. So if you place an order, I have a March code, and if you're watching my video on the replay, hit the like button, or if you're watching this on the replay on my YouTube, make sure you hit subscribe so you can see all my videos when they post. And don't forget to order all of the stamping Sale-A-Bration coordination products, as well as the Sale-A-Bration items, because once they're gone, they're going to be gone and supply is limited. So make sure you guys get on and get that. And if you haven't gotten my newsletter, make sure you do that too. I'll have that link in the description. So anyway, hope you guys have a great rest of your week and happy crafting.